everybody. Welcome to Telli Talks, where we talk about life, relationships, growth, and everything in between. I have my co-host, OGZ2funny, and today we have Senegalese and German R&B singer, songwriter, originally from Hamburg, Germany, Amina Buddafly. Hey guys. Thanks for coming, girl.
Thank you.
So for people that don't know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became Amina Buddafly?
Okay, so yeah, it all started in Germany, as you said. That's my home. That's where I grew up, born and raised. Actually, my first language is German too. So you may hear an accent. It comes out sometimes. But yeah, I came to America when I was 19, and it all started with me and my two sisters. So we formed this group, this R&B group, and you know, we're influenced by all the amazing R&B groups from the 90s, like
Beyonce, Destiny's Child,
TLC's.
Okay. Stone, Vogue. So we
And
just
Vogue.
kind of like, you know, in Germany, that type of music wasn't really made. So we were like, we got to go to America. We had this big dream. So when I was 19, we came to America, to New York specifically, and just kind of wanted to test out the waters. And, you know, kind of got stuck there. So ever since, my life has been over here. And like, it was a long journey, a lot of ups and downs. We ended up getting signed to a label, to Def Jam. So that's where the Black Buddafly journey starts. You know,
what's Black Buddafly?
Black Buddafly is the group name.
Okay.
The R&B group.
Okay,
The
got it.
R&B group name.
Actually, the label gave us when we got signed to Def Jam. So LA Reid signed us in 2005. Damn, time flies. So
Sheesh.
yeah, and then you know we just kind of got to experience and to get to know the music industry. And how tough it can be and how crazy it is. And, you know, I've never stopped doing music. I ended up going solo a lot of years later after another failed record deal. And then I ended up doing a reality show where most people probably do know me from on VH1. Love and
Shout
Hip Hop.
out Love and Hip Hop. Everybody
Shout
watching
out Love
that.
and Hip Hop.
That's where I gained most of my following from, and a lot of people recognize me from that show. However, I'm always happy when people remember Black Buddafly because that's the beginning.
Yes,
Mhm,
it
where it
always
all
has
started.
to start somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't start on Love and Hip Hop because people like, oh, you know, I loved you ever since Love and Hip Hop. That's not even my beginning, but
Right.
yeah.
So my question was earlier, Black Buddafly, where did the name come from? The label gave it to you guys, but you guys didn't have like a meaning for the name?
Well, you know, it's crazy. I actually hated the name when they first, because it was given to us. You know, it wasn't our choice.
Y'all ain't make it up.
Actually, our group name was Choice before.
Choice.
And Choice.
Choice.
It was Choice. And then when we got signed, it was like, y'all need a new name. You know how they.
I
people
actually
are.
Y'all
like
ain't got
Choice.
no choice.
I
After
like Choice.
after y'all had a choice, y'all ain't got no choice.
Yeah,
Now y'all
yeah,
getting
and this
Black
Sign your life
Buddafly.
away.
It's so crazy because that's really how I started feeling like no more choices. It was
That's
all about
crazy.
pleasing the executives, and that's why being signed for me wasn't. I mean, it was a good experience, but it really didn't give me the success that I always thought it would bring me. So, yeah, being signed, and then we became Black Buddafly. I think it was our the head of the production company that gave us that name, and I was like, oh, I didn't like it, but we stuck with it, you know. And then when I went solo, I first went by just Amina, and then somehow on Love and Hip Hop, one of my castmates, Rich Dallas, he kept calling me Buddafly, and then for some reason, I ended up going back to the Buddafly.
It flows
You just
though.
put it
Amina
together. It
Buddafly
flows well.
flows.
And now I'm stuck with it. I feel like now I'm used to it as well, so I don't hate it anymore. But yeah, that's how it all
I
came
like
about.
it. I like it.
Amina Buddafly flows
I like
very.
Choice better though. I like
Choice
Choice than
is-
Black
yeah,
Buddafly.
that's-
Choice is a nice vibe.
And it's like a group name. Like, you know, when you get a group name, I feel like a 1-2 word is like Choice
Yeah,
sounds
and
better
at the
than
time,
Black.
like the early 2000s, it was a lot of groups still at the time. Like nowadays, I feel like at least no girl groups.
Yeah, they all died
But
down.
that, at the time, and like every label had a girl group, and like we felt like okay, we're gonna do
We made it,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all happened differently. But I'm thankful for my journey.
Amen
how
to
it
the
all turned out.
journey. Amen. So Black Buddafly, you didn't. I feel like Black Buddafly. If I hear Black Buddafly, I feel like that's kind of like a dark,
Yeah, exactly.
dark
what I didn't
name,
like.
and I was like,
That's exactly
I'm
what-
White Butterfly, yeah.
Yeah,
But Black
you know
Butterfly, why it gotta be Black Butterfly?
You
Is
know
it because
what?
we black?
It's
Like,
'cause
what
y'all
is
was-
this? Like,
so
what?
funny that
Yes,
you
that's
mentioned
I'm
gotta
like,
be the
wait
only
a minute,
thing.
why'd they say that?
You know what's crazy? After we got released from the label, like years later, me and my twin sister actually we changed our name to White Butterfly for like 6 months because we hated the Black Butterfly so much and everything that we had been through and it not working out. And and we're like, you know what? Actually, it makes sense. You know, our mom is white, our dad's black, so
Put it together.
Why not white
Why
Buddafly
not?
for a change? Because we also, you know, our influences range from like different genres of music. It's not just urban. You know, I love my black music, my R&B and stuff. But I grew up in Germany where I was influenced by a lot of, you know, different stuff like rock and like. So I felt like white works as well. Like,
white just seems more pure
Yeah.
and like alive and like
yeah.
godly and heavenly.
I
and
agree.
I'm gonna be real.
That's how I look at white.
Ain't no such thing as a black butterfly. That's a moth. It's a moth. That's a moth. You got a moth now.
There's no such thing as a
Exactly.
black butterfly.
No, I agree. But we never got to release music under White Buddafly, but I did as Amina Buddafly.
Amina
Hello,
Buddafly.
and that's where we at. Amina
Yeah.
Butterfly. I love Amina Butterfly. Just flows
Yeah.
smoothly. And I know you did reality TV.
I did for like 4 years, and it was just like a little pit stop. I feel like in my whole like when I look back on like what I've done in my life, it's just such a small part of it. But people kind of seem to make it the biggest part of it because obviously that gave me the most fame.
It's a lot of street gospel on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, a lot of people.
That's another sign your life away situation
Sure is.
where you have no control.
And ain't no choice.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
no
control,
control.
over what you end up seeing on TV.
Yeah, at all.
Oh my God, it was crazy. I really was not aware, and I was kind of, I have to say, like naive in a way, because I just went into it thinking about all the positive that can come from it, all the good, and I was like, this is gonna be so amazing. Everybody's gonna love me, and everybody's gonna love my music. And finally, I'm in front of millions of people. And it was completely the opposite. I got nothing but hate in the first 2 years. Everybody hated me. You know,
And
the
it
way my
wasn't even your
storyline was.
fault.
No, it wasn't
Right,
your
it wasn't
fault.
way,
Like, I just
the
felt
way
like
it
it-
looked on the show.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like I came in the picture and I broke up with family and all that, and I'm like, yo, I
But you
really-
didn't know.
She didn't know.
So it's
Right.
not
I
your
remember
fault. Like you
watching it
can't.
too.
My dad always used to tell me growing up, you can't get mad if they don't know better. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
I
Like
did
it's
not
like
know
if
better.
you
I
don't
was-
know better, how can you get scrutinized? Like it's
Right.
not. That's not fair.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's reality TV. It's a win or lose situation, and
Yeah.
majority of the
Dirty world.
time, it's more lose than win. You know, like it's tough.
It's a lot. I try to just, you know, it's so much negativity that came with it for me, but there's also some good things that came out of it, and I try to just focus on those, you know. So
Amen.
you can't, like, you know, can't change what my choices, you know,
Exactly.
and just make it better from here on out. And what I'm happy about is that over the years, you know, people really started getting to see, you know, with social media and stuff like that, like who I really am, and that what TV portrayed me to be is not really all there is. There's so much more to who I
Right.
am. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Not
with a
mad
lot
at
of reality too. It's just like I get that from being on WAGs, and you know, that's Deontay's fiance, and I'm like, no, I'm Telli without Deontay. Like I'm
Yeah.
me before
Yeah.
him, and
Right.
before any man or any show. I've always been myself, and that's kind of hard when you do
Definitely.
reality TV because you're categorized
Exactly.
in that realm of whatever is
Whatever
aired
you
on
come
TV,
with, yeah.
and that it is what it is, and to have a voice outside of that moving forward is hard because they see you as solely that, and that's
is.
it, nothing else
It is.
outside.
I still, to this day, every day in my comments see the word Peter somewhere.
I'm sure you used to get a lot
Yo,
of Peter
this
Guns.
is my past. I don't even talk to him every day. Yeah, he's the father of my kids, but he's not a figure in my life like he was. You're stuck in the past. Like when people say that to me, I'm like, oh my God.
It is a journey because I was married to my son's father as well too, and we're not together. And it took us a long time to really have a friendship for the sake of our child,
Right.
you know, and get out of that like relationship mentality. And you know, it took us a long years, a lot of years.
Yeah.
You know, there was we didn't even talk for like maybe 3 years.
Really.
You know, and it was like that hinders your relationship with your child.
Yeah.
Like because you're so pressed about what's going on with me in my life when you could talk to your son. Like whatever I got going on has no effect to you talking to your child. And that's my only thing with co-parenting. As long as you can make it work for your children, that's all that matters. Everything
Yeah.
extra is for the birds.
And I always was one, like, I was always wondering, like, is it possible to go from lovers to just, like, to friends? And I always thought that was not possible. But for me, the only way it was possible is when I stopped being attached emotionally, when I
Yes.
got over it, when I
Yes.
wasn't in love with him anymore. that's when the relationship could, become better for our kids. And that's when it started being good. Because took me 2 years to get over the heartbreak, to not feel anything when I hear about him and somebody new. Like, it took me 2 years, but it's been 5 now, and I'm like,
now you're way past that moment, yeah.
That's what's
I
up.
was such a new
It's refreshing.
person,
Yeah.
Very refreshing.
How does it make you feel that he's doing Cheaters now, and that whole situation with Love and Hip Hop, like, it's like
He stemmed into a character. That's pretty much his
his
ear.
role,
That's his
like
thing now, right?
Yeah.
It's funny. It's just funny to me, and it's like when I watched Cheaters for the first time, he showed me like a clip before it ever aired, and I couldn't stop laughing. It was so
Dying
funny to me.
laughing.
He's actually a good host, though. I have to say, like, he does a good job with hosting the show, and I think they picked a good candidate.
Shout out to Bronx and Corey, y'all. And you got 2 books.
I do. I released 2 books. Actually, they've been out for quite some time, but the first one is more like my memoir, and I talk about what we just talked about, my whole experience on reality TV and how it affected me, and being in the public eye with my personal life. Because it was so hard, I talk about a lot of that, but I also talk about my upbringing and how it all started for me with the group and coming to America. So that book is called The Other Woman. It's a lot about my relationship, obviously, because it was so public. And then how I made it out of it, because a lot of women, like, I get DMs every day, like, I need your help, I'm in the same situation.
Like an advocate. Now you're like an advocate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you're asking me? I needed help too, but I guess now, because I did make it out of it, they want to know how, and they're just like, please.
And
tell
wouldn't
me.
you want that help when you were in it? Like, just to have someone to vent
Yeah.
to and be
Yeah.
able to be like, all right, what do I do now?
And I just
'Cause it's
remember
hard to go through things alone.
all my friends would tell me the same thing. You just gotta move on. And how? Like, I really needed. I was addicted. Like,
It's hard.
I need, like, when you have an addiction, you go to rehab. I
Yeah.
needed help
Right.
because I tried to leave. I knew it wasn't healthy, but every time I tried, I failed. So it was like I wasn't stupid. I was just not able to.
You were in love.
Yeah,
And that's- and
so
it's- yeah,
I'm
it's
so,
hard when
that's
you're
why
in
I'm so
love.
much prouder of myself that I did it on my own. I made it myself. I decided to move across the country and start over. And I was pregnant at the time. I was like 3 months pregnant, and I just packed up and moved to California. And I was
Strong.
like, okay, I need to get away from it because I'm not well.
Like,
wasn't-
completely moved
Yeah.
across the country away.
Yeah, and I still wasn't over it, but I knew being away from it is going to help me to take the
Absolutely.
steps towards getting away from it, and it worked. It was the right
Absolutely.
decision.
That's
So
amazing.
your advice for women who are in situations that they feel like another woman, they feel like they're in a situation where they can't get out, they're trying to get out, and they feel like they are already doing the wrong thing. With that going on, you would say just get about that situation.
Man, it's hard. It's so easy to say, just get out. I remember all my friends would tell me.
Harder to do, easy to
When,
say.
you can only do it when you know your worth, and that was what people always told me, that I didn't know my worth. But the reality is that I actually did, and that is why I was able to then do what I did and pack up and go. But it took me. I had to take a lot of pain, and I always say, like, people ask why I stayed so long. Why did I take his shit for like 3 years? And I'm like, I needed that to gain my strength, because every time I got hurt, I built up more strength inside. And then at some point, when enough was enough,
Yeah.
I was strong enough, But if I would have done it earlier, I would have had my doubts. I would have probably been like,
Yeah.
not so sure. But at the time I did it, I was so sure that I needed out.
And then when you
And-
have kids, it's different
Yeah.
too, because you want that family structure. So you think
Exactly.
about your kids before you think about your own
Definitely.
feelings, because it's like when you separate two parents, it's harder, I feel like, well, two parents that aren't getting along. So if it's a toxic situation and it's a toxic situation, parents should be separated and learn how to co-parent. But if it's like y'all good, then, it hurts the kids. It really hurts the kids. And
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of us women try to make it work for the sake of the kids
Facts.
and just to have that family compound, but it doesn't always work. It takes two. So that's
For sure. Definitely.
kind of where I stand on co-parenting
No,
and can
absolutely.
relate as well too.
Like when because my daughter was one, my youngest, and when she started seeing me, I hated when like the moments would come when I would cry in front of her, and she would be a little confused. I could see in her face. That's when I got, I got the strength.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want her to see me like that, and so she definitely helped me make that decision to finally get up.
And I know your kids is like your heart, so yeah, it's the best kids. So relationships now.
So
You got a man, you single.
What's
you're having
the
hot
word
girl
on the
summer.
streets? Hot girl summer going up or what?
Are we matchmaking?
No, man. I
Okay.
wish I actually want somebody again. I think. I just talked to a friend of mine, and what I know now after all that I've experienced with relationships is what I don't want. I don't think that I know all the way what I want, and that's a little bit of a problem because
What you don't want is what you want, though.
Ooh,
So
child.
If what you don't want is what you want. So if you don't want, let's say, a guy that cheats, you want a loyal guy.
Right. Okay.
So what
right.
you don't want is what you want.
Okay,
Gotcha.
exactly. So
That makes
yeah,
sense.
I definitely know exactly what I don't want because I feel like even though people have seen me in public with Peter doing all that stuff, there was never a man in my life before Peter that didn't do the same things. So I've never had a loyal man. I've never had a man that didn't lie. I've never been with somebody that didn't have another woman. I don't know what it's like. So that's really all I want. Like I want somebody where I can say this is my man, and I
And
just
not get laughed at.
right and
Yeah.
not feel
Stupid, yeah.
not feel doubts or feel stupid about
Yeah.
You want to go to sleep good at nighttime.
Exactly.
it. Right. And
Exactly.
so
And that's what all women want, y'all, man.
Exactly.
We just want a loyal, loving man that's for ourselves. Like, we don't want to have to share. Y'all don't want to share us.
Exactly.
Like, come on now.
But you know what I learned recently, because I've been dating here and there.
Yes,
and,
dating.
Here, that because I always thought all I want is someone honest, someone real, someone loyal. But what I need to be attracted to you, and I need to feel like you turn me on. Like that
Physical
I always
attraction.
put that on the last back of my list because I felt like that's not really so important to me.
Oh,
How
no.
somebody looks, but now I learned through an experience that I need to feel like that fire. Like I need to be looking at
Yes,
you and feel like,
the
oh my God,
passion.
he's so hot. Like
That's
because-
mine.
You
Yeah.
want that guy?
Yeah.
Damn, he
Exactly.
fine.
She want that
Exactly.
goddamn
God
fire.
damn, let me eat that up for dinner. That's what you
And
want.
it's not even just looks, but it's an attraction thing. So I have
Yes.
to,
Attraction mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all the way around. Like, I feel like
Exactly.
women are, y'all know I'm pro women, right? So I feel like women are more deeper and we're emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? Like, we actually give a fuck about everything. It's a checklist for us.
Facts.
And I don't know about you. What do you think, Zach?
I think women have more of a checklist than men. I feel like men have
sure.
standards.
Yes.
That's what I'll say.
Minimal to none.
Minimal standards.
Minimal to none.
They could barely pass the standard. They don't even gotta pass the standard. They could sometimes just meet the standard. God it,
Shit,
and
barely.
it's more than enough to risk it
Barely.
all. Like I'm gonna be real. Not all men are like this, but
I
a
feel like-
good percent of men are like that.
I feel like men think with their little heads and not their big heads. And I feel like that's where the issue comes to play.
I agree.
Because I feel like women can handle temptation more than a man can. And I feel like if we took a poll right now and there was a fine naked man right here and a fine naked woman right here, guarantee you the man is gonna go to the woman before the woman go to the man. She gonna think about it. She gonna be like, is this gonna be good for my kids? Is this gonna be good for my career? Is this gonna be good for my animals? Is this gonna be good?
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A man gonna be like, oh, she fine. I want that.
A man gonna make it sloppy and a woman gonna make it precise. She gonna write it down. She
Yes.
gonna know what she talking about.
Yes.
A man don't give a goddamn. He just gonna do
Absolutely.
it. Let it all hang out.
Absolutely. Agreed. A classy woman will do that.
Mostly all women would do that.
Nah, I know some freaks now. Not all women. Some women, shit. Some women be like, okay, now I want that.
They got
Nah.
drafted to the guys' side. That's what they is.
Listen, some people for the streets, child. There's some thoughts and bots out there, for real.
Sure is.
I mean, I just feel like not everybody's classy. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone is looking for love. Some people are looking for a good time, which there's nothing wrong with a good time. It just all depends on what you want. And That's it at the end of the day. Just what you want.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all
All
ready
right.
for the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what are we
So,
doing?
everyone that comes on the show,
Yes.
we ask this or that questions. They start off super easy, and they get a little bit harder towards the end, so people can get to know you outside of
Okay.
music, your career, your children, and just your lifestyle.
Cool. And do I answer with one of the words?
One or the
One.
other.
Not both.
Yeah.
It's
This
got
or
you
that.
don't make up one because a lot of people have been making up some stuff. A lot of people been saying I do
Changing
both.
the answers.
Changing the
Right,
answers.
that's what I'm
Making up
feeling.
their
We need to
own
make
rules.
rules. We need to make rules for this game.
Oh,
It's
no,
either
I'ma
this
start.
or that.
What if you can't
Nothing
decide?
else. You gotta
We
find a
gotta
way to
figure it
decide.
out. It's a split right down the middle. I'm gonna be on it too. I'm gonna start being the official of it.
You gonna be the referee.
Hey man, I'm gonna
Referee
blow
of
a
the game.
whistle every violation they make.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Pen or pencil?
Pencil.
Train or plane?
Train. I hate trains.
Football or basketball?
Basketball. I really want to say soccer, but
They don't
That's
do that
the
in
Germany in
Germany.
you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Zach.
Cooking or baking?
cooking.
Rap or R&B?
R&B.
Text or call?
Text.
Okay. Paper or plastic?
Paper.
Hot dog or burgers?
Burger.
Okay. Go ahead, Chantel.
Easy question.
It's
You-
easy so far.
I'm
It's
sorry.
easy so far.
Yeah, easy so far.
Okay.
Movies or TV shows?
Movies.
Mm.
Beyonce or Destiny's Child?
Destiny's Child. I was a bigger fan.
Action or comedy?
Comedy.
Where are we at?
Cookies or brownies?
Brownies. Ooh.
Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube. I'm more on YouTube.
More on YouTube. Toast or eggs?
Toast. Even though
Toast.
people think I don't eat carbs. Toast.
What you put on your toast though?
Butter and jam.
Butter, straight butter.
Peanut butter or
Real
something.
simple. Okay.
All right. Twitter or IG?
IG.
Snapchat or TikTok?
Even though I hated TikTok at first, TikTok.
You hated TikTok?
I did in the beginning, but now.
I feel like everyone's into it, and I'm like last
It's
to jump
hard.
on the
Really,
train.
I'm still not all the way sold on it. I really just do it just because I have a following there now a
Yes.
little bit. But yeah,
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Cake or pie?
Pie.
Go ahead, Zach.
Swimming or tanning?
Swimming.
Work hard or play hard?
Damn. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
If I have to pick one, work hard.
Work hard.
Yeah.
Laundry or dishes?
Dishes. I hate laundry.
Really?
Really? You're the first person that said that in a minute. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people hate doing dishes.
And I do both every day.
You wash every day?
Well, probably
Laundry?
laundry not because I hate it so much. I don't do laundry every day. Every few days, but dishes every day twice.
What's the worst part of laundry in your routine?
Just, oh man, it's just, I don't know. I just-
Folding?
yeah, you know what the worst part is after it's all clean and dry
To put them up.
Yeah.
Mine's is the socks. I hate finding some goddamn socks.
Yeah,
Right
I
now.
hate socks.
I'ma be real.
I
Right
hate
now
socks
I got
with
a whole
laundry.
pile on my bed. And I talk about it in one of my songs. It's like the laundry's piling up. I have it in one of my verses.
Okay.
We gotta hear you
'Cause I
sing
hate
too.
it so much.
Gotta hear you sing some, because I know
Um,
Amina got a great voice.
Gym or bed? Speaking of the
Gym.
workout.
You know
Even though
she
I
was gonna
love-
say gym.
No, I do love my back.
I was about to say
now.
she does seem like she
you know,
loves
as
her
much as I
bed.
like to be active and work out, I love to relax and just.
I saw
I
it
can
in
see
her.
that,
I can see
yeah.
it in you.
Not
Truck or car?
Truck.
Truck. You like them big boys.
Yeah.
Ha ha. Save or spend?
Save. Yeah, I'm big on that.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee. My God. My
Coffee.
life.
Every day?
Black coffee? How you like your coffee?
Coffee, not too sweet, just a little bit of milk.
Okay.
You know, like the semi-sweet. I hate when my coffee's too sweet. I go to back on like in Starbucks and stuff.
Really?
With the flavors, I always tell them half the pumps or like half the powder.
And if ain't right, if it ain't that
If it's
5
not-
pumps,
Yeah, I'm gonna pay $5.
Amina back in line.
Coffee, that's not right. It has to be
Send
just
it back.
right.
Chantel, go ahead.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
I love it. All right, sweet or sour?
Damn. Depends on the day.
Really?
Sour, I guess. I really hate stuff that is too sweet. So
I could see that. Sneakers or heels?
used to be heels, nowadays sneakers for sure.
It's just more chill, right? Email or letter?
I have to say email.
Next one's yours, Zach.
All right, bet. It's getting a little bit more tougher now.
my
Not too
goodness.
much tougher, but a little bit more tougher. Meat or veggies?
Veggies.
Veggies. What's your favorite vegetable?
Damn, I don't think I have one. Maybe broccoli or something?
That's a
You
good
know
one.
Zach's vegan.
I had to know that one.
Yeah?
I've been like 2-3 years now. Face or body?
This is the hard one.
It's getting harder.
Face.
Face.
I have to.
Face over the body. That's all day. Everybody got that one. Night in or night out?
Not in.
Night in. Smell or taste?
Smell.
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 Chantel, go ahead.
Catching flights or catching feelings?
Flights.
Short or tall?
Tall.
Burps or farts?
Wait, what?
Burps or farts?
Oh my God. Burps. Oh, no, shoot. Neither.
Snore or drool?
Snore. My dog snores. And I don't
Yeah.
mind. I mind it though when a man snores next to me. But
Right.
my dog
Wake
snores.
up. I can't sleep. Go ahead, Zach. You can finish it off.
All right, say less. This is the last like 4 questions,
Okay.
last 5. Thick or thin?
Damn, I think because I want to be a little thicker.
Thicker. All right, thicker than a Snicker. Quick or slow?
Slow.
Slow and passionate. Loud or quiet?
Quiet. I'm such a. I enjoy quiet.
Wet or dry?
What? Depends on what it is, but
It's all whatever your heart desires now, Amina.
wet.
Wet. Spit or swallow is the last question, and what's your answer to that?
Depends on the guy.
Yo, depends on the man. Ka-chow, hello.
Hell
Hello.
That's my true answer.
That's the true answer. That's
I
it.
know that's right.
Say
Yeah.
less.
Well, that was fun.
Yes, thank you for coming on and let everyone know where they could find you.
Yes. Social media at Amina Buddafly. I have a website too, IamAmina.com. And I'm about to drop new music with Life Jennings.
Ooh, I love me some
And
Life
it's 24th.
Jennings.
Stay tuned for the date, but it's coming this
Oh,
month.
that's exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Right.
dropping an EP. It's an all collaborative EP. So it's my first collaboration, really, that I've done with somebody like
And
that.
that's a
big
great
one.
name
That's a
to
big one.
collaborate with, too.
That's a big one.
Amen. Y'all
Be on
check
the
out
lookout.
Amina Buddafly
Be on the
and her
lookout.
2 books.
And the
That's
song,
out.
EP,
Her song with Life Jennings
Yes.
EP coming out.
coming out soon.
Be on the lookout, y'all.
And that's it for Telli Talks.